Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to do a beautiful Win13 base. Hope you enjoy. The first thing we want to do is to get ourselves a plinth. Next you want to have a think about where to put the details that are going to create the atmosphere. Next we are up to painting the base itself. As this is a winter themed base, I will be using a dark blue color. Next I will be adding some shadows with an even darker blue tone. As you can see, I mixed the two colors together to create a smooth transition. Next we have to add some highlights with a lighter blue color. And again, I'm trying to mix the two colors together to create a smooth transition. Now it's time to stick the details to the base. Next up we are adding some depth with black paint. Now it's time to add the borders that will be keeping the water effect in place before it's dry. For that I will be using this basic clear tape. At this point it's very important to make sure that all of the borders of the base are secure. For that, simply press on the tape where it connects to the base. If the borders are not secure, we have a very high risk of a leak. Now it's time to add the water effect itself. And for that, I will be using UV resin. This is a product you can get on Amazon or on eBay for a couple of dollars. Make sure you have enough of it to cover the bits you are intending to keep underwater. Now it's time to use the UV lamp. It allows the resin to harden. Take your time with this step, because if you don't give yourself enough time, the final effect will be ruined. Now it's time to add some ice. For that, I will be using a mix of baking soda and the UV resin. Sprinkle some of the baking soda on a palette, add some UV resin to it, mix the two together, and apply it to the base. Use an old brush to spread it all over the base. Time to use the UV light once again. Before moving to the next step, I would recommend checking if the ice has cured. Next, we are going to add the snow. And for that, we are also using baking soda. Sprinkle it all over the base to create a realistic effect. Also use an old brush to spread it all over. And now it's time for the fun part. It's time to remove the tape and see how the base looks. Now it's time to remove the excess of the ice we have created before. For that, use an X-Acto knife. Time for a little hooving break. Enjoy. It's always great to have a lot of details on your bases. I've sculpted those two rocks with milliput, and I will now add them to my base. Just use some tweezers and super glue to apply the rocks to the base. Next up, we will add some cracks in the ice. For that, again, I will be using an X-Acto knife. Just drag the edge of the knife across the ice to create the cracks. Take your time with this step. I will add this Primaris helmet as well. I think it looks cool on the base. Now we are going to paint the trim of the base. For that, I use some black paint. And now, finally, it's time for the grand reveal. Enjoy! As you can see, we have managed to create a beautiful Win13 base. It tells a story, and I really love telling stories with my miniature art. Here are some more examples of winter-themed bases I have created before. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And if you could like and subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. Merry Christmas to everyone.